It's Mike Kinney, Car Stars and Roll Bars. We at the SEMA Show, Las Vegas Convention Center, Las Vegas, Nevada, 2022. Hold on to your socks. This is going to be huge, and you will definitely enjoy the ride. As we're cruising at SEMA, naturally you want to be looking at exhaust products. Lots of names in the industry. To my left, I got Shawn, Gibson Performance Exhaust. And I think the title of the company kind of says it all, right, boss?
Well, it does. It says that this is our company, this is our brand, but more importantly, this is our life. This is what we do. Like, yeah, we live and breathe what we sell here. I mean, you want to know what we do for fun, go look at our application guide, right? It's for trucks, cars, hot rods. We do a lot of power sports, off-road, and then, of course, marine. I mean, pretty much anything with a V8 or horsepower or something fun.
You can figure it out.
We do, because, yeah, we want to make it forward also. But, you know, we're really big on, we put our last name on all of our products, so we still manufacture everything 100% in-house here in Southern California. Like, we are made in the USA because, I mean, it's our name. We're prideful for what we do, and we really care about our products, and we care about our customers because, essentially, our customers are our name, right? And they're our friends. They're who we can relate to. We all have something in common here at the SEMA Show, which is crazy that you can have one of the biggest shows in the world. I think it's the biggest automotive show in the world for sure. And every single person here has something in common. And it's the industry that brings us together. It's the want for more power, more looks, more stopping power, like just horsepower, just, you know, fun stuff, right? Yeah.
So I got to ask, there's lots of different exhaust companies out there in the business, and so I know there's certain things you can't share, but kind of what is the Gibson secret sauce?
The biggest one I would say is we've been doing this for 30 years, and our product started because we solved a problem, right? Our solution and our problem that we were trying to solve was exhaust would blow out, the packing would blow out, or they were extremely loud. Like, you know, you had your old motorhomes and old trucks, and you'd put some cherry bombs on there, and it'd be super loud and obnoxious. They'd blow out. So we developed our mufflers, and they have no packing inside of it because packing blows, right? I mean, pun intended.
Pun intended.
But so we have no packing, any of it at all, and we spend a bunch of time to not necessarily like increase the performance or increase, like, I guess, the sound, but enhance the vehicle, right? Every vehicle is, you know, created for a purpose. A truck, for instance, right? Like, it's created to throw stuff in the back, tow, throw your friends and family in there. So we try to enhance that truck by giving it more power to tow, keeping sound down to a minimum inside the cab, so when you are towing, it's not loud. Now, granted, if you wanted to be really loud and piss off all your neighbors in the morning, we have that loud option too. I mean, we have over 2,000 vehicle-specific applications, and we also manufacture headers.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So how do people find you?
Well, you go to our website, GibsonPerformance.com, or Gibson Exhaust on Instagram or TikTok, any of those social outlets. We have all that stuff on there, and we're constantly updating with rad content like you guys.
Too cool. I got to ask before we leave, obviously you're a hot rodder at heart, so what's your favorite hot rod to drive?
Well, like we were talking before this, I think it goes back. It would have to be a Hemi Cuda 1970. Like, I mean, come on. Like, you can't go, like, what else would you be? We're going to dream. Let's dream, right?
You're going to dream. You're going to dream, me.
Exactly.
Shawn, we can't thank you enough.
Right on.
Wishing you great luck here at the show. And ladies and gentlemen, don't go too far. We are far from done at the SEMA Show. As we're cruising at SEMA, you know it's the place to be for all the cool stuff going on, and we have a whole bunch of celebrities. We are so fortunate to our immediate left. We have the one, the only, Cruz, by God, Pedregon. And man, it's so good to be with you. Last time we were sharing a plane for Saudi Arabia going to Riyadh in 2019, right?
Yeah, it was a good time. I remember you were on the plane sleeping in front of me, and yeah, no, it was good. It was fun place to go, and it was a great show out there. So yeah, hey, it's good to be back here at the SEMA Show and
absolutely
see it come around again after the little bit of a hiccup with the COVID and everything. But good to see the so much of the industry is the parts and pieces and the equipment we use is out here displaying their cars. Dodge is out here, and so companies like that. So it's good to be here.
Absolutely. So how's the car running? Let all the viewers know what's going on.
Well, we finished 4th in points last year. This year, with one race remaining, we're 9th. So we didn't quite have the year that we wanted with the snap-on car, but we have undergone some changes to try to make the car fast again. So we did test on Monday after the Vegas race and ran a very competitive run at over 330 miles an hour. Beautiful. So we feel like we're where we need to be and get ready. Really, it's with one race left in the season. 23 is right around the corner, so we're going to just try to get a jump on the off season and come out swinging next year.
And for all the viewers, we were shooting NHRA last weekend. My ace camera guy Jerry had never been near Top Fuel before when we're firing for the pits. So for the viewers, can you kind of summarize what it feels like on the tree when you hit that loud pedal and you're going to launch?
Well, you're talking 11,000 horsepower, and you're in a 2,500-pound car, so the power-to-weight ratio is like no other thing other than maybe a fighter jet or something like that. But but it's an adrenaline rush, and you know, as a driver, you're sitting back really where people would be in the back seat, so visibility is not great. But your heart rate's up there about 150 beats a minute, and you're just hanging on. You do steer a lot. People think, you just point them straight. Oh no, these cars want to go every which way but straight, and you want to keep it in the groove. But it's an adrenaline rush. Like I said, a lot of the drivers, they get out of the car and they're out of breath. That's because the acceleration and the G-forces. We pull about just under 5 Gs of acceleration down the track. So a lot of power. Like I said, 11,000 horsepower, man. It's been doing it for over 30 years. Won 2 championships and a lot of races in between there. So yeah, it's great. Great to still be doing it after all these years, that's for sure.
And you're definitely a fan favorite, and you do it as good as any of them. So how do people find out what's a good way to get a hold of you guys and see what's going on with Cruz Pedregon Racing?
Well, they could go on to NHRA.com and they can follow our schedule there. And like I said, we're winding the season down. We go March to November, usually the season. And CruzPedregonRacing.com or the Facebook. We don't do much in the website anymore, as everybody does. But it's great to be here with Redline Oil. They're big supporters of ours, and to have a lot of people. I used to think that you could put any oil in these cars and go down the track. That's not true. We have to have a specific oil. Redline is one of the best. Most of the top winning cars run the Redline, so recommend that for your own cars and different lubrications.
Absolutely. I've seen the same thing on my buddies with their street machines. Running the Redline makes a difference. Before we say goodbye, pop question. When you're not making around 11,000 horsepower, what's your favorite hot rod to drive?
I'm not a real hot rod guy. I actually have a Dodge Durango, a 392 that I actually ran it down the track today. It ran a 1250 at 100 miles an hour for a big old grocery getter.
Big old grocery getter.
But I do want to say the other thing about Redline, and I'm not trying to plug them, but Snap-on Tools, my sponsor, uses on all their guns. They use Redline. Who would have thought that, right? So not only is it in race car, it's actually using the tools. So, but I have some hobbies. I do a little bit of dirt track racing, do a lot of iRacing. So not a lot of time. I mean, during the off season, we want to get away from it all. But I own the team, so I'm in knee deep in all the
good for you, brother.
Keeping the guys with the parts and just like regular business, but thanks for having us out here, and hey, maybe we'll see you on another flight to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, we go back and do Saudi again. Good Cruz Pedregon. We can't thank you enough, ladies and gentlemen. We are far from done at SEMA. Stand by. At the SEMA show, you're walking around, you say, well, I think I've seen all the parts I might need. Hey, I got me a new Corvette. What's a good way to learn how to really be able to drive that Corvette the way it was designed to be? Well, I've got Rick Malone with me, and if you look over our shoulder, you see the spring mount. Make sure to get Motor Resort and Country Club. You have my undivided attention, sir. What is that about?
Well, Spring Mountain Motor Resort and Country Club is pretty much a golf country club. Instead of driving golf balls, we drive cars. Instead of fairways, we have straightaways, the same concept.
You're good at this.
Yeah, thank you. And we're also the home of the Ron Fellows Performance Driving School, which is the official school for Corvette, for Chevrolet. And if you buy, and if you buy a new Corvette, brand new first owner, it costs the consumer $1,000 for a 2-day program. That includes a 2-night stay in our condos, breakfast, lunch for 2 days. You come out, use our cars, learn to drive, learn about car control, learn about the car's abilities, and learn about your own abilities as well.
Okay, just for the viewers, I got to catch up with this. I bought the new Corvette I wanted to get, and for $1,000, I get to hang with you guys for 2 days, staying in your condo, plus the food, and you're going to teach them how to get the maximum performance out of their brand new Corvette using your vehicles.
Using our cars, that's absolutely correct. And the fun factor in that program, on a scale of 1 to 10 is a 30. Guaranteed you'll have a good time.
Guaranteed you'll have a good time. I got to get this right. Spring Mountain Motor Resort and Country Club. You got to check these guys out. You're about, what, an hour from Las Vegas, kind of?
An hour west of Las Vegas, yes, about an hour west.
And they have an amazing facility. I'm a big fan of your property. Rick, we can't be thanking you enough. How do people find you and learn more about all the incredible that you have at your facility to offer?
You can just go right online, racespringmountain.com, or phone into our office, which is area code 775-727-6363, and that'll get you into our main reception. And again, if you buy a new Corvette, you've got to take advantage of the program that GM is offering.
Absolutely, Corvette. Now I'm getting Corvette fever, and I'm kind of a Mopar guy, but I'm saying, maybe if I kind of disguise my Superbird a little bit, never mind. We got so much more to check at SEMA, but you got to see what's going on at the Spring Mountain, the Motor Resort and Golf Club. I think a Country Club, and I got it right that time around. Don't go away. We are far from done at SEMA. You walk around, you get to know product that really brings it. They got their A game all the time. It's our good friends at American Autowire. To my immediate right, I got Mark, and you got to do the last name because it's been a long name for Mikey.
Demontigney.
What he said. So amazing product. We've run on our hot rods before. A lot of guys I run with really like your products. So I know you can't share all the trade secrets with viewers. So what's some kind of your secret sauce? Because you guys consistently are at the top of the game for these amazing wiring programs. So what's kind of going on?
Well, we have a 47,000 square foot facility in Belmar, New Jersey, where we manufacture all of our systems. We actually own much of General Motors' original tooling that we use to manufacture our harnesses. You'll find they're the most complete in the industry. In addition to that, every kit we manufacture, we give you complete detailed installation instructions. All of our wire is pre-labeled every several inches down the length of the harness. We give you complete instructions. You'll find our technical support, if you ever run into any questions, is second to none in the industry. If you run into issues, our guys will help you get it sorted out. So the secret sauce, you could say, is the people.
Is the people, and the passion, what you guys care about. And so for the viewers, when you go to wire a car, I still view it a little bit of voodoo, so that you guys are taking some of that out of there, and some of the kits you can buy at a bargain, well, you're not sure where that goes, or it may not fit, or the wires may not be short, whereas yours, like you're saying, it's labeled, it's professionally termed or terminated, right? On the wire. So when you get that product, it's pretty easy to install.
Yep, we try to keep it as easy as humanly possible, and that includes any of the vehicle-specific kits, the universal kits. They're all set up the same way. We actually have a complete other factory-fit product line for original restoration vehicles. So that one's GM only. The Street Rod catalog would be for pretty much any vehicle you could name. I mean, the universal systems you could use on any car. We do Ford, Mopar, Chevy, Volkswagen. So some variety in there, but the original restoration line, factory fit, would be for a concourse type restoration. So if you're restoring a car back to original, they'll be the harnesses that you would have received from the General Motors parts department back when the car was new.
Okay, clarify for the old beat up hot rodder. So I'm going to do me a concourse restoration of a GM product. with your new product, it looks like the 1957 Chevy or whatever it is.
Exactly.
Wow.
In that catalog, say the dash harnesses, they'll still actually use the original style glass fuses. The wiring, however, is modern GXL wire.
Right,
So the
exactly.
wire is still a lot better than the old PVC stuff that you would have had.
Yep.
But the harnesses will be taped just like the originals. All the connectors will be assembled. So you can just plug and play, replace. You don't have to do the entire car. You could do section by section if you would like. So another option, that's why we try to cater to every audience in terms of the harnesses, because it's, like you said, it's a pain point for a lot of people.
Yes.
It's really something a lot of people struggle with.
It
So
scares me.
anything we can do to take the mystery out of it, that's why we're here.
Good buddy of mine tried to rewire his 23T when he'd hit the turn signal and the headlights came on. So
Yep.
there's lots of challenges. So I think you bring a lot of different options to it. You're not a new player in this game. You guys been around a while.
Yep, 35 years.
Woo. So before we leave, I always like to ask, especially for car stars and roll bars, what's your favorite hot rod to drive? Because it's going to have your product in it.
Oh man.
Ooh.
I think it's hard to beat a 55 Bel Air. I mean,
look at you. There you go. One of the Tri-5s, right?
yeah. I mean, it's classic, timeless.
Excellent. So what do you think about the SEMA show so far?
Oh man, how can you summarize SEMA?
Yeah.
I don't think this video is long enough
I think
to
you're
be
right.
able to summarize SEMA. It's phenomenal. It's great this year. I mean, the turnout's fantastic.
Yes.
And, we, like a lot of people, had to take a break over the past couple of years, but I'm glad we're back, and I'm glad it's as busy as it is. It's really nice to see.
This is great. Mark, we can't thank you enough for being here. You got to be checking out American Autowire, and we are far from done at SEMA. Stand by. We're cruising here at SEMA. This has been an amazing day. We're far from done. The week's just getting going. When you talk about taking care of your car, more than just the polish, everybody knows who Meguiar's is. They've heard of it. Most of them that use it, they're a lifelong fan. I've got Mike Pennington to my immediate right.
Welcome.
Yeah, he and I go way back. He's like my brother from another mother. Man, it's so great to have you guys here at SEMA. And Meguiar's, you see it on their banner since 1901. You've been with them a couple of years.
One or two, actually. This will be 33 years. I just celebrated in October.
Wow.
And been to every single SEMA, with the exception of 2020, obviously.
There
but
you go, yeah.
would not miss this for the world. A lot of work to get here.
A lot of work
but
to
it's
get here.
well worth it. It really is.
So what's good, I think, Meguiar's, there's lots of companies have their version of polish. You have like a complete, what I would call car solution?
That's actually a perfect way to say it. There's so many people out there. That enthusiast is a big word.
Yeah.
You still, even as an enthusiast, you got your project car, you got your daily driver. So no matter what you have, what you need, we just want to make sure that we've got the right product. We teach you kind of how to use it to get the best results, so you can go out and enjoy it and look good while you're doing it.
You look
it's
good.
It's that easy.
It's just that easy.
Yeah.
And we can't talk about Meguiar's without Barry Meguiar. What, pardon the pun, what a driving force, right?
Him, and it started with his grandfather in 1901, handed down, and he's third generation. And obviously 2008 we were acquired by 3M, which has been fantastic.
Yeah.
And Barry's still an important part of the hobby.
Absolutely.
Certainly the family name's on the bottle, and a lot of stuff that he started is certainly going to continue for another 21 years.
Way to go.
Absolutely.
And you hear noise in the background because we are at SEMA
Yes,
just
we
the
are.
way we like it.
Yes.
And so what's some of the comments you hear from your customers about your amazing line of products?
They thank us. They thank us for continuing to help the hobby, grow the hobby, support the hobby, and making sure that we're following up with new technology and really listening to, I guess you could say, their needs. Whether that's quick and easy or full-blown paint correction if you're a detailer, we kind of got that big toolbox. So that's what we hear mostly is just thank you. We're excited to be here every year.
And part of the thing too is when you have something that really works, candidly, you don't muck with it too much. You keep that the way it is. Everybody knows.
We have, in fact, some of our formulations are from the 60s, 70s, and we would not want to touch those.
You don't touch them.
You don't touch them. And then we got brand new ones like our hybrid ceramic line, but some of our classic mirror glaze products, oh, those are sacred. Those are sacred.
That's the sweet ones. Now, before we get out of here, because we have a whole show and you got a bunch of customers waiting for you, I think you have an autograph session coming up. Before we leave, what's your favorite hot rod to drive?
Oh my God, that is a loaded question. I'm a little bit fond of GM for sure, and I'm gonna have to say what's in my garage is a '67 Chevy 2 big block. Ooh. So love it. I'm gonna go with that one. Gotta love it.
Well, how can you not go with that? Mike, my brother, thank you so much. It's always great to see. That's a part of the fun of coming to SEMA. You get to renew the old acquaintance, and we keep the good times going. We are on the prowl at SEMA. Don't go away. We're far from done.